So welcome everybody. A couple of faces I don't know. So I'm Jo Turner, and I'm the coordinating campus here with the Canberra trip. Yeah, and we've got Callum Agnew, our deputy, and we've got Jess Schiller, who is the home group teacher and is attending the campus board. So is Callum, and Mr. Megaritis, who's currently on the New Zealand campus, also going on camp with them. So
camper.
Yeah, it's a keen camp for that one. And on our screen, we've got Nicole and Neha, who are the travel agents who have been helping us plan the Canberra trip. They're coming to us from Melbourne, so give them a wave. And they'll help us to answer any questions in case we can't. But Callum's already been on the camp before, so he'll probably be able to answer most of the questions. And yeah, we've got these ladies here as backup for us in case you give us a question that we aren't quite sure of. So only 11 days to go, so very exciting. So I just wanted to just go over the what to bring. I know it's in your information pack that you got sent home. But I'll just go through. So all bed linen and bath towels are provided by the venue that we're staying at. So the clothes that you need to take are your school uniform, obviously underwear, socks, jeans, pants, shorts, jumpers, raincoats in case, because I know Canberra weather can be a little bit cold at times.
We're unlucky.
Tracksuit, tracksuit kind of pants, comfortable active wear, so pajamas, sandals, thongs, and just comfortable walking shoes, so shoes that you wear at school. Now, obviously, you also need to bring toiletries, sunglasses, have them, torch, camera, if you have one. We've got here games, cards, and entertainment for the street. So obviously, phones are not permitted for most of the time that we're on it. I know there'll be times at night that you can access your phone, but yeah, they'll need to hand it in at 9:30, around about 9:30, whenever Mr. Agnew.
Depends how tired I am. Sure. Maybe
8:30 to see how that goes. So we need, in terms of baggage, so you can bring a suitcase, and they say that the dimensions of the suitcase have to add up to 140 centimetres in terms of their length, their width and their height. So if you add all those figures together, you don't want it to exceed 140. So your suitcase might be 90 centimetres long. The height might be 30, which is what, 120, and add those two together. And then the depth, that's not very good dimensions, but yeah, you can't go obviously over 140, so you want to make sure that they add up to less than 140. And you can also bring your backpack, so bring your school backpack as well, and that would be your day bag that you'll take around everywhere on all your excursions and things. So in your backpack you can have a lunchbox, because they're actually providing us with a packed lunch. Bring your water bottle, and also your wallet with photo ID. It's really important, especially when we go to the airport. And in terms of spending money, I wrote $100 maximum, because you don't really need to buy anything while you're away. It's only going to be if you want to get snack foods or if you want to buy any souvenirs, because some of the venues will have souvenirs and some won't. So it's really up to you and your discretion as to how many things like that you want to buy. Also depends how many snacks and things you want to buy as well. But
how many gifts you buy for the teachers.
Yeah. But yeah, all of the main expenses are covered. So that's just the incidental things, and $100 maximum for that. So either by card or cash, whatever your arrangement is. So with the itinerary, I'll just go over the itinerary, which is here. So on the Monday morning, we'll meet at 8 o'clock at the front of the school, and we'll catch the CAT bus across to Adelaide. We don't actually catch the plane until 5:30 p.m, but by the time we get to Adelaide and having toilet stops, and we also have to park the bus when we get to Adelaide, things like that. We just want to make sure we've got plenty of time, and we'd rather get there early than pushing it to the max. So we think 8 o'clock would be a fair starting time. Obviously fly to Canberra on Virgin, and we're having a late dinner that night, 8:30 dinner in Canberra. That'll be at the accommodation. When we get to Canberra, Mrs. Schiller will give you your rooms, and they already know. Sorry, I didn't realise that. Okay, so you already know your rooms, so that'll be easy. On the second day, we wake up for a 7 o'clock breakfast. So probably wake up time will be about 6:30 to make sure that you're all dressed and ready to get down to breakfast. The first visit will be the CSIRO Discovery Centre. At 11:30, we've got the Australian Institute of Sport, and then we'll eat our packed lunches, and then we'll have Government House guided visit at 1:30. 4 o'clock, we'll be going to the Mint, Mr. Burns' favourite place, the Royal Australian Mint, which is the place you've got to make the money. That money should be very exciting. And then we've got dinner at 5:30, and then bowling on that first night in Canberra, which will be a bit of fun. That's all included as well. Day 3, we'll have the Australian War Memorial. We'll get a guided tour there, and then we'll have our packed lunch there, and then head to Parliament House, followed by the High Court of Australia guided visit. Then we'll have a 7:30 dinner that night, and then we'll, actually that's in the wrong spot. We're going to the Australian National Dinosaur Museum first, before dinner. Dinner at 7:30. That'll just be a night where we don't have any night activities, just we get to have a little bit of a rest that night. On the Thursday, we've got the Museum of Australian Democracy, the National Gallery of Australia with an art discovery tour, the National Museum of Australia, Meet the People. We'll have our lunch then as well. The National Capital Exhibition guided visit, which is the story of how Canberra was created, and then dinner. And then Friday morning, we'll get up for an early breakfast at 6 o'clock. We've got an early plane to catch. And then the plane flight, I've got written on here, that we'll catch on our way home. That will be leaving at 8:20 from Canberra to Melbourne. And then we go from Melbourne to Adelaide. We arrive in Adelaide at 11 o'clock Friday. Then Mr. Megaritis will get the bus, and then we'll drive home. Obviously, I'm hoping to get home by 6:30, but we'll obviously the students can get in contact with you. We'll go through a while to give a bit more of an accurate time to come and pick them up from the front of the school. So that's the itinerary. Any questions so far? Okay, so I talked about the baggage size. So your dimensions 140 centimetres, your backpack. So on our way over, it's going to be important with this that we all sort of like take toilet breaks whenever the group are going, and not sort of have, various people on different toilet break routines. So we'll stop in Whyalla on our way over, then Port Augusta, BP, and then Port Wakefield as well. So make sure when you get the opportunity, you all go to the toilet, and don't just sort of say, oh no, I can hang on, and then end up having to stop at some random place for one person to go to the toilet. So yeah, we just need to kind of act like a team like that, which sounds a bit funny, but yeah, that'll just make it all a bit smoother. Have you talked about airline seating with them or not, or just leave that for the airport?
Did we? You just said it. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. So I noticed that there's a few kids with allergies, so we'll catch up with those people at the end and just talk about how we can manage those. So in terms of behaviour, it's really going to be important because we have a lot of guided tours that you show respect to your tour guides with good listening and asking questions. As I said before, go to the toilet when the whole group go, don't just sort of go randomly. Come dressed in your neat school uniform.
Sorry, just about the show and respect thing. So when we get there, we're quite fortunate because we have a single bus driver for the whole week. So they pick us up, they drive us around to every event. Some of them, well, in the past have had some quite good information about Canberra and the things we're going to see. And they stay with, well, they don't stay with us, but they stay at the same place as us as well. So for us, we can make the bus driver's life a lot more pleasant by being respectful to them. And generally I've had in the past quite good comments about the kids that we bring on these camps from the bus drivers, in terms of, just manners, saying thank you to the bus driver, that sort of stuff, keeping the bus clean, because otherwise they're the ones that have to end up cleaning it. And yeah, just being polite and friendly and those sorts of things. We generally get good reports from our kids. So hopefully you guys will keep that trend, because Having a bus driver that likes us makes things easier if we want to do random little things that aren't quite.
And also being on time, which I spoke to most of you about this morning because we are still late for home group. Being on time will be a big thing, right? As we other little things, if we can't be on time, all things.
Yeah.
So yeah, neat school uniform, so no makeup, no hoodies, school jumpers. Sometimes that's been a bit of a trend lately. We don't want to have that kind of thing. We want to have neat school uniform, no caps, no beanies, and things like that, especially inside. So if you guys want to take your hats off, that'd be a good start. Just showing how you can do behaviour rules. Have fun, but ensure that you show our true values at all times. Try your hardest appropriately.
Especially because like often when you're here, you're not doing quite the right thing. It's only the one teacher that has to put up with it. But most of the time we'll be out in public, right? And especially we'll be going to people's workplaces and those sorts of things, all right? So it's not fair on them if you guys are stuffing around and distracting them. Okay? So very important that we're on even better behaviour than at school, really, because you are out in public and people are watching. Don't you?
And you have your school uniform on, so yeah, it's important to represent yourself and your school really well. No swearing or bullying type of behaviour while we're away. Under no circumstances are you to leave the areas without permission as well. So we all need to stay together as a group because obviously we're in a city that we're not familiar with. It's not like Adelaide where most just roughly roundabout work our way around. Canberra's going to be totally new for all of us. In terms of rooms, when you stay at the accommodation, it's going to be important to stay in your own rooms, not going into other people's rooms, especially if people have got valuables. You don't want to be in someone else's room and someone has something go missing, because who are they going to look at if something goes missing and you're not meant to be in that room? They'll probably look at you, so make sure that you stay out of each other's rooms, because there will be social areas for you to congregate, and try to keep out of other people's rooms. Obviously really important to bring your broad brim hats because there's lots of getting out and about around Canberra. Probably have lights out, will be around 9:30, but Mr. Agnew and Mrs. Schiller will make that decision as
9:30 or earlier.
If you wanted to bring snacks like for the trip over, and if you want to get some, if we're in an airport or whatever, and we've got China, you're allowed to get snacks and things to bring with you to the accommodation too, that's fine. On our way home, we'll have our packed lunch with us, but if we're not getting back to Cleve till sort of 6:30, some of the students might want to get a snack on the way home at one of the row houses, so that's fine to do that kind of thing as well. We don't want you going hungry. Just remember, if you are bringing valuables with you, to make sure that you leave them in a safe place. Kind of covered that, covered phones. So student ID cards, there's still a few students that haven't picked up their ID cards yet. So if I've got Mitchell, Jess and Caden, that still need to get that organised. So I've got Caden here. So did you get that message, Caden, that you need to get your ID? Yeah. No worries. Just when we're going through security at the airport, it's really important not to have any sharp objects, like things like scissors, no aerosols or batteries or weapons in your backpacks. So obviously they'll be confiscated if you go through, and you can never get them back.
And like knives and forks, I've had all my butter knives taken from me at the airport. So if you bring like lunch and stuff.
Are you walking around with butter?
Because I've packed my school bag, and then that's what you'll put through the security. You'll get it taken away. So we can either leave them on the bus if you have to bring a knife and fork. But like scissors in your pencil case, if you bring your pencil case over, they'll take them as well. So
Maybe just don't bring knives.
don't bring. Well, they might want to snack with knife and fork. That's not even bad.
So we won't be needing laptops either. Now I'm going to talk to Mr. Agnew say about COVID.
Yeah, so COVID-wise, all the sort of actual requirements are much more lax than they have been at the past. So there are recommendations that you don't travel if you know you have COVID. However, it's not a requirement. And, you know, obviously with the amount of money that goes into this sort of thing, I'm not going to sort of be jumping up and down at anyone if they start sniffling. But we'll take masks with us in case we have someone that we know is COVID positive, so they can wear that on the plane as a courtesy to other people. And if we're in more enclosed areas, like perhaps while we're on the bus and that sort of thing. Okay, so it's more of I think you're allowed to treat it as more of a common sense, just like managing someone with cold or anything like that. I think the main thing would just be that make sure we're aware in case people are coming home and they were then going off to see perhaps people that were more vulnerable. But in terms of while we're on camp, we can manage it. It's not anything we need to stress about people missing out on things for anymore.
Yeah. And sometimes there's a bit of uncertainty about whether you can take a water bottle on the plane, but you can. Yeah. So if you want to bring a water bottle, that's fine. It's just, I think if you're going internationally, you can't, but on domestic flights you can. So.
What about metal water bottles, like our penguins?
Metal water
Do they
bottles?
get through security or not?
Take them, but don't open them.
Yeah, they're okay. Yep.
They're normally fine to take.
Yep. Okay. Now, any other questions?
How many sets of uniforms, like do they, on the bus, are they in their uniform the day they go across to the airport and coming home? Or do you just?
No, not for travelling. And then things like when we go bowling and stuff, you won't be required to be in uniform. Then it's for the organised sort of almost 9 till 3 type activities where we're going around to these.
So it's
three days.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Perfect, okay.
Any other questions? Or? Anything from the students, any questions that you've got? Or?
Why do we add jobs?
Rather not. Because mostly it's because you'll get sick of it, that there's a lot of photo opportunities and the photos look much better with assistant jumps. It is really about appearance.
So with the photos, we spoke a bit about that the other day, didn't we? Because of obviously the phone issue, students have these phones. What about if one of the teachers wants to take photos and then we can just post it to the group or the page? What do you think, the messenger group or the actual, have we got an actual Facebook page for this group?
No, we've got a messenger group, but we can throw Dojo too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. In the past, we've actually had our own Facebook page, but we don't have to because I don't think we maybe had Dojo then.
But yeah, students don't need to worry about documenting the trip for themselves. We will take care of it.
You won't.
Jessica, the royal way.
Yeah, traveling. Yeah. What is the go with their phones? As I was talking about this, I had questions about it. Are they to take their phone, like phones do they take their phones out each day when they go, or what's?
So we'll take the phones at night to make sure everyone goes to sleep, and then they'll get them back. It'll be during the downtime at the accommodation. Yeah. So not like when we're tripping around, because you go into like Parliament House and stuff, then at some places they take them, and it's a whole thing of getting all of those stored and getting them. So during the day, would have hung on to them, and then when there's downtime and times where you're not going to be interrupting anything by being on the phone, then you'll be able to access them then to contact people and do whatever else you want to do on your phone.
Do we need to pack lunch for them on the Monday?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Joe, do you think like the school winter jackets would be warm enough that it gets a bit colder at Canberra? Or they need?
Yeah, it should be all right. Yeah. Unless we get really done in by the weather.
Most of the things you will be inside anyway, won't you?
Yeah.
So those few minutes between the bus and the venue, it's all indoors really, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we get the occasional sort of bit of breaks between events where, again, if we're nice to the bus driver, they'll take us to a park or something that we can have a bit of time there. But yeah, mostly they're indoors. And the weather shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it'll be December, end of November, I don't know. Yeah. December, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should be okay.
Is there anything that you would like to say, Nicole or Neha?
Do you want to go, Neha?
I just want to thank everybody for having us in the Q&A. Just thought was hovering in my mind, just say, in regards to the water bottles, just try to limit the plastic water bottles, and it's advisable if you can just carry the reusable bottles and then you can fill it on the other side. Just thought we'll just mention it. That's all from me. And wish you all the best. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you. We are recording, are we?
Yeah,
I didn't see you do that. Okay, any other questions? If something pops up in the next 11 days, please feel free to contact us either on Dojo or email or phones or whatever. And thanks for your time. Oh, and yeah, so can I catch up with, I think it's Samuel and Oscar as well.
Yeah, just the kids that have allergies, we just want to double check.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. No worries at all. Enjoy.
Cheers. See ya.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Bye.
Bye.